Welcome to Baju's exam prep. So today we are going to discuss about CMAT top colleges and CMAT is done. So some predictions that at what score can you expect what percentile and what are the top colleges that one can target through CMAT. Okay. We'll discuss this score versus percentile also like the likely predicted one. See, like prediction can go vary a bit, like maybe 5 marks plus minus. But as per the difficulty level and general perception from the students, the feedback from students, I'll be giving the same as well, right? So in case you are preparing for uh, CAT 2022, you can enroll in our course, right? So it's a comprehensive program covering CAT and other MBA entrance examinations. So first of all, let us talk about 95 percentile and above, right? The top colleges that you get through CMAT. Okay, the best in the league. So first is of course JBIMS Mumbai, right? That is everyone knows that uh, like this is the top college that you can get through CMAT, and since JBIMS has 18 seats outside Maharashtra state, so you have different examinations, right? You have this MHCET, okay, then you have CMAT and MAT. So these are the examinations that it considers. So equal distribution, right? So like if we talk about the percentile cutoff for JPMS, that is 99.98 or 99.99. In most cases, it is 99.99. Okay, but some case maybe let us say like for example last year like if you consider two of the candidates rank 4 and rank 5, those were mentors, okay, MBA mentors. So they pulled out of right. They won't take the seats. Okay, so I like if I got rank 5, so I would not sit for it. So someone else would get a seat instead, right? So in that scenario, it might go to 99.98, but it is generally 99.99 percentile. Okay, and fees is quite reasonable compared to majority of the B schools, and average placement figures are great, right? So, about 20 lakh is the average placement. So it is one of the top institutes in the country. Okay, maybe in the top 15. But of course, at the same time, the cutoff is very, very high. Okay, and very rare to get into this institute. Next is Sydenham, again located in Mumbai. So the advantage of location, right? Cutoff is also very high, around 99.96 generally. Sometimes it might go to 99.95. Okay, so 99.95 plus only, right? So again, very tough to crack. So these are the top institutes that you can call, right? Sydenham, you can say that it must be in the top 50 institutes in the country, if not in the top 20. Okay, but yes, a good institute to join, and it also takes Maharashtra CT, and so does it take CMAT. Then next is Wellinger. Now these are all Maharashtra-based institutes, right? We'll talk about other institutes also. These are institutes that accept all these except MHCET as well as CMAT. Right? So they accept both these scores, and these are basically have high reservation for Maharashtra candidates. Okay, and again, Wellinger located in Mumbai, cutoff is around 99.9 percentile. Okay, it can be called as the third best. Maybe there might be some argument also with some other institute, but yes, seeing the cutoff, it is quite high since these are institutes that have a Maharashtra-based audience. Then again, this is NL Dalmia is again Maharashtra-based institute. Okay, and it accepts your CMAT and Maharashtra CT both scores, and cutoff is around 99.8 percentile. Okay, so that is again an institute you can target if you get a very high score. Okay, Now this is some independent institute, right? Goa Institute of Management, not coming under that DT thing, Maharashtra thing. So independent institute, again a decent institute. It accepts several scores. It accepts CAT, it accepts CMAT, it accepts all these scores. So now again Goa Institute of Management, if you talk about the advantages. Right, the location advantage, okay, and a decent institute has some legacy of producing uh, good students out of it, right? The cutoff is around 98 percentile, okay. So you get this at 98, and you can see that the average CTC is also decent, okay, as compared to many of the institutes. So this is something that you can target, okay. Like if you have a good score in CMAT, and this is one that you should not miss out on. Okay, so in case you get a good score, that is something can be taken. And then you have KJ Somaiya. Okay, name wise good, but it's like fees is quite high of this institute, right? So and that is the thing. And located, see location advantage that you have in Mumbai, right? So that is you can target this institute at 98 plus percentile. Then there are several other institutes which have scope percentile cutoff like 80, 85, 90. So these are the different institutes that you can see. NIBM, then we have IFMR, NIA, right? So these are located in Pune. Okay, so good institutes if you want to pursue in banking management, if you want to go in insurance field. So these are decent institutes. The thing is, they are not. They do not have very fancy like promotion and all, but yes, in my opinion, these are decent institute if you want to have these particular uh, have to want to have MBA in these particular domains. Okay, they won't give you like marketing roles or these kind of roles, but they will give you like if you want to go into the field of banking or insurance, these are some institutes that uh, you can uh, target these, right? So these are different list of institutes. You must have heard all these names, right? BIMTech, IMT, Zyme. Okay, so these accept multiple scores. CMAT is one of the scores accepted by these institutes, and like cutoff is 80, 85 in that range. Okay. Now let's talk about score versus percentile, right? So you must be wondering that what could be score versus percentile. If we talk about the higher level, right, 99.9 plus, right, 99.9 plus is difficult to predict. So you might be wondering कि topper का कितना आएगा. So again you have outliers here. Maybe 99 point, like if you talk about JB, right, you cannot predict. It can be like 340 also, it can be 360 also, and it can be in any range, right? So you cannot tell, right? Because every time in every examination you see that there are outliers. Okay, some institutes that like there, in any exam, if you see the toppers, they will have extremely high scores. Okay, so like for example, uh, like in the past years also we have seen that like if the all India rank is 340, next person can be 320. So there can be a very large gap between them. Okay, so topper is difficult to predict, but yes, 99.9 I believe can be somewhere in the range 310. Okay, so 300 to 310, 99.5 might be around 290, and 99 at 280, rough approximations. Okay, if you manage to get around 250, that would be 95 percentile. Okay, so there are some good institutes that are above 98, some good ones above 95. Okay, and let's say if you are getting in the range 90 percentile at 230. Okay, so and that is some estimation based on uh, the difficulty level of the paper, right? Since I have taken this year's paper and seen past papers also, I believe that 99.9 could be around 300 to 310, right? Not much higher than this, because not many people will score beyond this, right? If you saw the GK paper, that was quite like it was full of static things. Okay, many people won't be scoring very high in that. Okay, so this is the range score versus percentile uh, that you can expect, right? So this is like 95 at around 250. That can go up and down by some bit. Okay, so just wait for the response sheet that will give us clearer idea. So this is just based on the perception of the paper. Okay, now when the actual response sheet comes out, then we get to know the real facts. Okay, because many times what happens is we believe that we might be scoring this high, but we may not recall all the questions that we did, right? So that is a rough estimation for now. Okay. So that was about the top colleges through CMAT and how much percentile you need for different colleges. Okay, and just wait for the response sheet in a day or two, and then you can start applying to these. Uh, I mean, you must have already applied. Then you will be able to get a better picture that which college you can get at what percentile. Okay, I mean, what could be your college that you can get through this. Okay, so uh, like 19 JB, maybe 340, 350, we do not know, right? So people might score very, very high also. Okay, there are always outliers. You do not know who can score how much, right? There might be some people who might score 380 also. Okay, not difficult to get. Maybe someone is very good with GK. Because innovation and entrepreneurship was all fine, but let's say someone has very good general awareness, might be able to score 360 plus, 370 plus. So that score is difficult to predict. Okay, but like when you go down the range, it is slightly predictable. Okay, this is the figure. Like as I said, 310 to 320 could be your 99.9 percentile, and then below that. Okay. All right. So thanks for watching this video. Have a great day ahead. Goodbye.